Howdy guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to show y'all how you can work on your draw at home and incorporate dry practice with it. This was a method that was shown to me by Scott Jedlinski of Modern Samurai Project. I did a couple virtual online sessions with Scott working on my draw stroke. This was the method that he used and it greatly benefited my efficiency and my speed. So I want to share that with y'all. Guys, so you don't need to go out and spend $100 on a shot timer. You can find an app on the phone, a shot timer app on the phone, and use that. But we are going to be using some form of shot timer. We have to be able to use some metrics in order to find out our progress. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be using the shot timer to track our progress with the draw. If you haven't already seen my video on dry practice for beginners, go ahead and watch that right now. That will help you with some of the concepts we're going to cover today. So we need to still have our target that we are going to be aiming at. So first things guys, we need to make sure that our guns are clear. So if we have a magazine, we're gonna unload or remove that magazine first, rack the slide, and then lock the slide to the rear, ensuring looking inside the chamber and the mag well, and then also physically feeling in there to make sure that there is nothing in there. Once we have done that and we have verified that we have a cleared firearm, we can go ahead and reholster. So I like to work on the two aspects of the draw first before I put them together and start timing. I mainly focus on two hand positions, the defensive hand placement and the interview stance. Once again, guys, go check that video out on that. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working from the defensive hands open position, working on clearing my cover garment and getting a firm grip on the pistol. So once I've done that a few times and worked on clearing that cover garment, getting a good claw grip on that pistol, now I'm going to start working from the interview stance, working on clearing the cover garment from that position. Now once we've done that, so that's the first aspect, clearing the cover garment, getting a good claw grip on the pistol. The second aspect I like to work is from the high compressed ready, basically working on building my grip as my hands come together. So I want to work on that, work on my hand placement and building my grip. Jedi calls that the wave, and working on that as I present out into the target. So once again, make sure it's clear. We're going to work on building that grip as we present into our target. One of the things that Scott always says is your grip, is your sights, is your presentation. It is all done at the same time. One of the things I'm doing, guys, is I'm building my grip. I am starting to prep that trigger and be prepared to press all the way to the rear when I see my sights. Oh, so broke that one. Didn't mean to, but that's okay. My dot was there. So after I've worked on my presentation, building my grip, picking up my sights, prepping my trigger, and I have also worked on clearing my cover garment from both hand positions, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set a par time. I'm gonna start with 1.3 seconds. You can start with 2 seconds if this is your first time doing this. Guys, in order to get better, we have to know where we currently are. It's the same concept of lifting weights. If I'm going to the gym to do some squats, I'm not gonna arbitrarily put some weight on there. I've got to find out where I am currently in order to figure out where I can go from there. So we've got to establish a baseline. I know what my baseline is, so I'm gonna start at 1.3. You can start at 1.5, you can start at 2.0, you can start at 4 seconds. It doesn't matter. We just have to know where our starting point is and then build from there. I've got my shot timer set up for 1.3 seconds. I have a random start on there. So when I press this button, there's gonna be a random start. You're gonna hear 2 beeps. The first beep is the go. The second one is the par time. So I'm gonna demonstrate real quick. That's the par time. That second beep is the par time. So essentially what we want to do, guys, is we want to draw that pistol out, see our sights on that target, and press that trigger before that par time hits. So I'm going to do a couple reps from both positions at 1.3 seconds, and I'm going to start working my way back up. So here we go. There we go. The goal is to see, did you see your sights on the target when you press the trigger? That was good. We're going to do a couple from hands open defensive position. Guys, that was a horrible draw. If you can see, I flubbed that. But if that happens to you, don't quit. Work through it, because you are not going to get a perfect draw all the time. So work through it. Learn to work through your problems. Cool. Guys, typically from here I'd go to 1.2. For the sake of this video, for the sake of time, I'm going to drop it down to a par time of 1.1. Get a couple reps from there, and then I'll set it at 1 second and see if I can get my par times from there. So I've got a 1.1 second par time, working from both positions. Here we go. Yep, definitely under the par time, saw my dot. All right, once again. One more from the high defense. There we go. All righty, guys, here is the Instagram 1 second draw. I'm gonna set my par time to 1 second, make myself Instagram famous. All righty, guys, so we've got ourselves a 1 second par time right there. It took me a while to get to the point to where I could dry practice and get consistent sub 1 second draws from concealment. So here we go. Let's see if I can hit this. 1 second. We're going to start from the interview stance. I did not see my dot on that one. Yep, got it. Under the par time. That was a good grip, good presentation. Couple from hands up defensive positions. Guys, you'll find out that one, you prefer one over the other, and one is a little bit quicker than the other. If you guys haven't figured it out, I enjoy the interview stance. I'm a little bit quicker with it. I think I got that one. Let's do a couple more. There we go. Once again, guys, finding out where your starting point is and working your way up. If I wanted to do this a little bit more intense, I can start bringing that par time to 0.9 and start working right there. And so we can start to find out where the wheels fall off. Another thing that we can do to help us out, once you've done a couple dry practices, once you've done a couple draws, film yourself with your phone and then go back in slow motion and find out where you can eliminate some inefficiencies. The two biggest areas where people waste on their draw is when they clear their cover garment and they are trying to secure, get that perfect grip coming out of the gun. So a lot of times that hand will come down and they'll pause, get a confirmation, and then start to draw. Another one is when they draw up and their hands meet. Jedi calls this the tactical hitch. So kind of what it looks like is when they draw. Okay, now we can go. Guys, the draw stroke is supposed to be one fluid movement. We're not supposed to stop and then go. It's supposed to be one fluid movement. And just remember, guys, your draw stroke is essentially your reholster in reverse. So just think about that. But a quick video, guys, on trying to get better working the draw, doing dry practice at home. We need a shot timer, but like I said, there are apps on your phone that you can do that with. And then also videoing yourself, guys, finding out where inefficiencies are. Don't be discouraged that you're not at the top, 5 to 1% of all shooters. You've got to start. That's one of the things that we say in jiu-jitsu. The most important belt in jiu-jitsu, it's not your black belt, it's not your brown, it's not your purple, it's not your blue. It's going from your everyday work day belt that you put your pants on and putting on that white belt. It's making that decision that, something, today I'm gonna work, today I'm going to get better, and I'm going to be better tomorrow than I am today. So that's what it's all about, guys. Finding that baseline, working up to it. Guys, I'm gonna put a link down to Scott Jedlinski's website. Like I said, he has probably helped my pistol shooting, especially my draw, more than anybody else out there. Scott, thank you so much for all that help. But nonetheless, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you again for watching. Be safe, be smart, be skilled. We'll catch you on the next video.